Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Powersurge. How you doing tonight, Jake?
I'm doing good. How about you, Wolf?
We're just now leaving Orlando, Florida here tonight on a Monday evening. It has been
Mm.
an eventful show going forward this week after what happened in Orlando. It was a crazy show on Friday. And right now, us and the roster, we're just getting ready to leave to, you know, getting ready to leave to Sacramento. I mean, some wrestlers go and see their families. Some wrestlers
Yeah.
go straight to Sacramento because they want to be there early to be ready for the show. Cough, cough, the ace. Cough, cough.
It's, I say this is a long flight for the roster from one side of the country to another.
Well, some wrestlers are not even flying on jets or nothing like
What?
that. They're actually driving down, which is why they leave early, Jake.
Mm,
It's like
gotcha.
a 5 day trip from Orlando to Sacramento. Hey, producer, search up how long it is from Orlando to Sacramento for me, please. Thank you.
Oh, so that's what that sound in the background was.
But anyways, we're gonna have a nice show to talk about tonight. We had a lot of stuff that happened on Power Surge. You got a time? You're looking up Florida, Orlando to Sacramento, California. Anyways, what were your initial thoughts of the show last week at Orlando, Florida, Jake? What was your initial thoughts on everything that happened?
It's a lot to take in.
Hmm? California. 41-hour drive, Jake.
Jesus Christ,
That
people are
doesn't sound
driving
right.
that?
Is that like driving or is that from plane?
That's driving. I
That's
also checked it up.
driving. 41 hours.
Damn.
I mean, that's if you just straight up book it from Sacramento to Sacramento, though, just being honest.
Yes, it is.
Anyways, what was your initial thoughts on the show, Jake?
That the show is crazy. We had whatever that was at the beginning of the show. We had some great contests, and yeah,
Let's just go over what happened this week, and we'll go from there. First things first, we had the Tax Coalition celebrating Omega's triumphant win at the Swamp, showboating the championship around.
I'm
Um,
not sure triumphant is the word to use for that.
what would you use then?
Theft?
Fair enough, fair enough. We had this conversation last week. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, sit here and say that he stole the championship. He used what he
But he stole the
won.
championship.
He used what he won, but he is now the
Yeah.
AWW World Champion. It doesn't matter how he won it. He is now the AWW World Champion. But then, very interestingly, Bacon came out and basically told Omega, "Hey, I've beaten Crusher. I've beaten Turbs. I want to beat you next." And I made it official on September 13th. It'll be Bacon versus Omega for the AWW World Heavyweight Championship.
You say so. He has the title for a week, and he already has to defend it.
So we'll see how he does. Like, we're putting him right to the test here, Jake, because honestly, like, last time someone won the championship for a case, they didn't hold it for too long.
Wait, isn't the last person who won a championship off of Cash and Andy?
Yes, and he held it for 7 days
Oh yeah, he did.
because
He
Ace beat
lost
him
it,
to
then he
it.
went back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
After that, we had an interesting contest where Mr. Crimson took on Linty, and Crimson pulled up the upset victory by hitting one ATL after reversing the suplex pile driver.
And I say that match was really entertaining to watch. I was shocked that Crimson came out on top of it for the match, especially with just by hitting one ATL.
Well, I am getting word from the doctors that Linty is apparently concussed again after the match against Mr. Crimson. He was concussed last week against Budscrew. He got cleared to
Ah,
compete and then had another concussion after getting hit with the ATL by Mr. Crimson. That's why Mr. Crimson got the win. It was
yeah.
mostly
So
all Linty in that contest, and Mr. Crimson just hit one ATL to get the win, and that's very much why, because of the concussion.
yeah. So what I'm hearing was Linty was fine. Then dang. So CTE strikes again, I guess.
I wouldn't consider it CTE at this point. It's just a
Yeah.
concussion. Maybe he should just
All
take a
right.
break
Fair
and
enough.
let his body heal, and that's why we're not
Yep.
having him wrestle next week. But yeah, we're getting words from the doctors that he is reconcussed because of the hit to the blow by Mr. Crimson by the ATL. But Mr.
Yep.
Crimson came out with the victory. That's all that matters for Mr. Crimson, Jake. Any final words about this contest?
Not really. It was just kind of shocked to see Primo. No, Linty lose like that. Ugh.
Speaking of Primo, and I can
You
see
know?
why you said Primo because of what happened after this contest. Probably Primo coming out and revealing the new AWW Twitch Championship.
I'll be honest. Just why Primo? The original Twitch championship looked just fine. Why did you have to put your face all over it in duct tape?
We'll hopefully find more answers on who attacked Final, and hopefully Final's back sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But for
I
right
mean,
now, I mean, Primo, I guess, is the defender of the championship until Mr. Final makes his return to AWW to basically
yes,
find out who attacked him backstage.
it's through will. And then
Do
after
we
that,
do
we
we
had
consider Primo the actual Twitch champion?
no. He's an interim Twitch champion, in my opinion.
That's a good assumption, Jake. Anyways, I was interrupted you. Go ahead. Talk about the next match.
You see, the next match we have Betch versus Emily Rankins, I think.
Yes, Emily
Yes. Or
Rankins.
Elimination Chamber qualifier match.
Were we
Which,
surprised at the outcome?
no, we were not surprised that Betch won.
What you gotta say about Emily Rankins, though? I know you want to say some good things about her.
She was impressive in ring against Betch. I mean, you can only, like, yes, you can do this, do that, but you can only do so much against an unstoppable force that is Betch.
I think Kane is starting to realize that she might have bit off a little bit more than she can chew, saying that she runs this division, that there's no challengers here. Because
I
she's got
know.
to defend the championship against 5 other women. And next week
In
we'll
an
have another
elimination
Elimination
chamber.
Chamber qualifier match. And yet, in Elimination Chamber, it's going to be not the easiest match for a Kane.
Yeah.
Rankins was impressive. Batch got the win.
Yeah.
Cool contest. I mean, I don't think there's any more to really say about it. Batch is going on to
Nope.
the chamber. We'll see how she does in the Elimination Chamber, trying to win her first ever AWW Women's Championship.
Yep. And after that, we had the debut of D1 facing, you know him, you love him, High Energy.
Before we say the winner of this contest, what do you think of D1's performance in the ring before what happened at the end of
They
of
were
the match?
very impressive.
Very different type of style wrestling. They went more of a
Yes.
technical, just amateur wrestling, like feet
Mhm.
right there. You can see they're just doing a lot more takedowns, a lot more this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And
And
I think
compared
it
to
surprised High
Higher,
Energy.
yes, it did, because a lot of people in AWW like to, like, jump around, do hip hip moves. No one really slows it down a lot like they do, like D1 did.
Is that going to be a danger moving forward in the AWW Tag Team Division that you have a team now that can slow down the pace and basically out wrestle opponents?
I'm gonna say it is.
Bobby Towns is a freak, by the way. That man is a
Yes, he is.
monster. Jalen Young, I wasn't as impressed with, but like Jalen Young had some great wrestling feats as well. After the
Mm,
match, Bobby Towns grabbed on the Dante Alexander, and Jalen Young calmed down Bobby Towns. He was like, "Hey, it's okay, just let him go." And then, of course, the motherfucker hit an angle slam after Bobby
oh
Towns let go
God.
of him.
I, you say, do we know why they did that?
We don't know anything.
Yeah,
Jake,
so we're gonna have to figure that out, aren't we?
you're not wrong. We're gonna have to figure out
Uh,
why they attacked High Energy, but I think it was just to make an example of High Energy.
yeah.
It
You
might
know,
come
after
back to
they
bite
won
them
the
though.
match too.
Yep.
So yeah,
After the contest, though, we had Andy the Ram Hero come out, and he basically came out and challenged, told Bobby Live he respects him. Bobby Live respects Andy as well. And
yeah.
now we have a match at December 13th. It's going to be Bobby Live versus Andy the Ram Hero.
For the
Um,
number one contendership,
for
if
the
that is
yeah,
correct.
for the World Championship. What was your opinion on this segment here, Jake?
I'll be honest. It feels like we're witnessing a different Bobby Live in these past few weeks.
A lot more confident is Bobby Live
Yeah.
going forward in AEW, and it
I
might come up to bite Andy in the ass, putting
guess
his number one contendership match on the line against him.
I know. Makes me think. Do you think maybe Bobby Live might be turning over a new leaf eventually?
He might be, but we'll see how he does against Andy. If he has to cheat to fucking win or something like that,
Yeah.
that's the whole gist of it. You don't know what
No.
you're gonna get with Bobby Live. I
No,
think
you don't.
Andy's very confident though to have a respectful match with Bobby Live, and we'll see if the Ram Hero can beat Bobby Live
Yep.
on September 13th. Up next, we had the debut of Randy Rogers as he took on Tai Kiuno, and the match ended by DQ. Um, we here at AW still don't know who that man was that came out and sat at ringside, and then who viciously and violently attacked Tai Kiuno after the match.
It's a yeah. That just confused me. Just like, why would you attack? Why would you attack Taiki Uno and not the new guy?
I mean, we don't know if he's working with the new guy. Maybe the new
Yeah.
guy, Randy Rogers, has a man that's next to him
And
all the time that's helping him take on Ty.
yeah.
We don't know if this was a personal grudge match. Ty looked very concerned when he came out into the ring and sat
That's
down. It looked like Ty knew who
yeah.
he was. So, hopefully we
I
get some
mean,
answers next week.
until that happened, I was pretty impressed by Randy the Ram Rogers.
Randy looked impressive. He did miss that big move, almost taking Ty's head clean off, and Ty got the advantage after that. But it
Yes,
was a
he
good,
did.
clean contest, and
I know.
Ty won by DQ, sadly. I wish we could actually have a rematch of that without the guy outside the ring, but
I mean,
nonetheless, the match did end in DQ, and Ty got the victory because of it.
yes, it did.
After that, Brett Matthews came out doing a promo saying how he wants to be the number one contender for the AEW World Championship, and Ace basically told him, hey, we both lost. We both should go back to the drawing board, Brett.
Mm-hmm. So it makes you
Brett
wonder if they're going to be doing some more in the future.
Brett did say, however, that like Ace has done everything in this business except beat him.
That that is very true.
That is not a good thing to do in general. You do not want to piss off the Iron Ace, and
No.
it might come back to bite him. We'll be
The
seeing
last
Ace later
person who
today, by the way.
yes, we will. I will say the last person that pissed off Ace is no longer in the company.
Well, it's not because of Ace.
No, it's not.
You're talking about Saigon. Well, Saigon's still around the company. He's just injured.
I mean, Saigon, yes, but I'm not sure if he's gonna come back after what Jack Bischoff did to him, though.
No, let's talk about Jack Bishop for a minute. The main event
Yeah,
was Max Cannon versus the monster Alistair. The mercenary Alistair got the win against Max Cannon. After the
yeah.
contest, Bishop basically said he
No,
wants the real Alistair, not the one that lost to Ace.
does Jack Bishop have a death wish or something?
I don't know what Jack Bishop wants, but he wants
Eh.
Alistair to be what he was before, and I guess that's a monster and not someone that's just working under somebody, is what
So a
I would
monster,
assume.
not mercenary, is what he wants. Got
I
it.
guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he wants Alistair to take off the mask, show the scars that he had before. I guess. I don't
I
know.
know.
What do you think, Jake?
Honestly, I don't know, and I'm not gonna say anything negative about Alistair because he really scares the shit out of me. So yeah.
I want to see
Uh,
what's going to go happen moving forward with Alistair against Jack Bishop as we head towards Bossing Say. And speaking of
yes.
Bossing Say, let's get into these power rankings here, Jake.
Yes, we shall.
So very similar to last week, we had a little bit of move up with Primo going over my shoe. Um, I think a lot of this stays the same from this week. We'll just talk about why Primo moved up from my shoe. It's because my shoe wasn't on the show last week. And
Ah,
Primo did reveal a new championship. That's why Primo goes up to 2. Sal Omega did
that,
have a celebration, but his celebration got
oh,
interrupted and ruined by Bacon.
yeah, he did have a celebration. Also, again, I get that he revealed a new champion, but the interim Twitch champion is at number 2. Got it.
for this week. It'll probably change next week. Probably
Yes,
my
they
show will
will.
come back and just take over that
Yep.
spot number 2. It's very interesting because I think these are the 5 men that are going to be, well, competitors, I should say, not men, because Koyoma Kane is a dominant
Yes.
women's champion. And if she wins the freaking Elimination Chamber at Boss Thing Say in 4 weeks, she's going to be up at number 1 for a while.
Yes, she will be.
But I think these are the 5 people you're looking at right here is going to be on this list for the foreseeable future unless something major happens. And I think
I
that when
know.
we get to that show that's going to be after September 13th, which is going to be the 16th on Monday, I think that's if some major things happen, like Omega loses the championship to Bacon, and Andy loses to Bobby Live, that will be
I know.
very detrimental to this top 5, Jake.
Yes, it will be.
So, for anyone watching, I mean, we have Omega at 4, who's the world champion. The only reason he's at 4 is because nothing really changed for Omega because his celebration got ruined, blah, blah. My shoe wasn't on the show, and I think Primo deserves to be at number 2. Koima Kane, it's hard to, like, keep out of the 1 spot. Right now, she's the definite one until someone comes out and proves wrong right there. Is there
Which I
anyone that
don't
you
see
think
happening anytime soon.
Is there anyone that you think is on the outside of top 5 that can make their way into the top 5, Jake?
Maybe Bobby Live, simply because he has the chance to take basically all the power that Andy holds right now.
I mean, also another factor you gotta play into account is Style Omega. If he loses the championship, does Bacon get into the top 5, winning the world championship from Omega, or
Yeah,
does he stay on the outside?
I think he makes his way in, winning the championship from Omega.
So it's a very interesting, like, run in the mill here of the top 5 when we get to the 16th show on Monday. But that's our top 5 for this show here tonight, and we are 4 weeks away from Ba Sing Say. Jake, are you ready for some wrestling?
Yes, I am.
Let's get to the AWW Powersurge Arena, as we'll have the Iron Ace going 1-on-1 with Turbs.
I mean, you have to wonder how this match is going to go. You have Turbs, who is an absolute powerhouse, and Ace, who is also a powerhouse.
This has
Are we
been
sure?
a grudge match on AWW Twitter, by the way.
Are we sure this arena can hold this match?
I mean, I wasn't expecting to have a powerhouse match like this, and look at Turbs coming out to the ring.
Why does all that money have his Crushers and Omega's face printed on it?
That's something I asked Turbs and Crusher and Omega, man. I just work here.
I thought you were the owner.
Hey. I don't dictate what they come out with.
Fair enough.
You think I control what their merch looks like?
No.
Exactly. Speaking of merch, that's a new nice shirt for the Coalition shirt right there that Turbs is wearing.
Yes, it is. You can find it on AWW's Teespring store.
Yes, you can find it on Teespring. Go to my Twitch channel and just, I believe if you put on the socials, you'll find, or put in exclamation point merch in my chat, and you'll find it. Nice shirt. Nice new outfit for Turbs going into this contest against Ace.
Yes, it is.
The new Tact Coalition shirt we get to see for the first time, by the way, Jake.
Yep.
And I feel like he's wearing a black outfit to match Crusher. Remember how people were saying that they were in white and then Crusher was in black? It looks like the Coalition listened, and they're out now. Yep. I'm guessing Turbs is in black. I seen Omega the other night was in black as well.
Yeah.
Like he has a black gear in his bag. I seen before.
And here comes the biggest monster in all of AWW. The motherfucking Iron Ace.
Do you consider this man a monster?
Yes.
I consider him a megastar.
You see, he's the megastar. He is the monster of AWW. He beat Alistair, which is no small feat.
But I don't know if you consider him a freaking, like, he's the megastar of AWW. He's the guy that a lot of people come here for, yes. But do you consider that a monster? Is my whole thing.
Not necessarily.
But at the same time, if you consider him a monster, he's a monster of AEW. I guess you gotta take into
Yeah.
account. To
Yes,
me,
I do.
he's the ace of AEW. He is the man of AEW right now. Even in his mind, he still is. If
Yeah.
he transcends the industry, let's just say.
I don't.
And it's
I'll
hard
be
to
honest.
like.
It does feel weird not seeing him with gold.
I was just about to say that, like, if you see this man, like, it's not normal to see this man coming out without his championship around his waist or in his arm, as he would show it off right here, right now. But man, oh man, Ace is just a different kind of athlete in AEW history.
Yes, he is. He is probably the most dominant superstar in all of AWW.
So, who are you gonna take to win this contest here, Turbs or Ace?
I'm taking the motherfucking Iron Ace over Turbs.
Taking Ace over Turbs. I mean, Turbs has beaten Ace before in the past. Turbs has won the AEW World Championship from Ace, but Ace has won it right back from Turbs. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this is a grudge match that's been, like, years in this company.
Yeah.
And Ace
I mean,
is going to start off fast.
yes. So we've said this once, and I think we'll say it a million times more. The more and more you piss off Ace, the more dangerous he gets.
And look at him just throwing Turbs around,
Yes.
Jake.
Like a paperweight.
He doesn't care.
No.
Ooh, nice reversal by Turbs, though.
Yes.
Nice reversal by Turbs.
Again, yeah.
Nice elbow right to the neck, and here comes Turbs.
And then nice elbow
Coalition
to the
stand
face.
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
And a
he's
nice
gonna stretch
submission.
out Ace. Oh no, but
He's in the ropes. Ooh.
I mean, this might be a grudge match that's been circling on AEW Twitter.
But they still have to
like,
follow the
they still
rules.
have to follow the rules, like Jake just said. Nice
And
choke slam from the
Ace
back.
just picking it up and just throwing Turbs down to the mat face first.
Ace is on a whole nother level of domination, guys.
Yes, he
You
is.
gotta watch out for the Iron Ace.
Oh. Oh, and going after the... And now Ace is going after the leg.
Throws
And
him
throwing
into the
Turbs off the turnbuckle. And for the cover. Kick out, won by Turbs.
Turbs
And Turbs reverses whatever Ace was trying.
Ace goes around, throws Turbs off
Irish
the ropes. Under.
Back down.
Drops
Picks
him
it up.
down.
And just throws him down. Whew. Had to be at least 8 feet up in the air.
And,
Oh. Is it already time for the 3 most dangerous slurs in all of AEW? The IED!
Is this it, Jake?
I think so.
It
It
is!
is.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, your winner sound test. The Iron Ace!
Ace. My God.
We did
It's a-
warn people that this was gonna be like a fast match on Powersurge. If you guys don't know, we have a 5-minute time limit. You want to win the match as quickly as you possibly can. That's why Ace went for the ID early. He knew this and he took advantage of it.
Yes, he did. And it was very effective. Getting him the victory tonight over Turbs.
Yes, indeed. It was a good contest, though. Turbs showed up. I mean, it wasn't like the best showing case by Turbs.
No.
I think what happened with Turbs is he has to get used to that new gear. Like, that gear looked like it was like a little bit tight on him and stuff like that. Maybe he has to break it in. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing. If you're gonna claim you're the best, you should be able to switch up your gear on the fly and be just fine.
I agree with you. But Turbs didn't become victorious tonight. He lost, and the Ace is victorious. Jake, where are we having our next show next week?
Next week, we're going to be live in Sacramento, California, as we were talking about a bit earlier with the drive.
Well, we have a few good contests coming up here because we have like a few things that we have announced here for the show on Sacramento.
We do.
one of the big things that we've announced is that Thomas Kennedy will be actually appearing live to speak to the AW audience after what happened at
Yeah.
the Swamp 2 weeks
With
ago.
with Billy Dono giving him the low blow.
I mean, it was Billy Rivers, not Billy Dono.
Rivers, not Dono. Whoops.
Billy Dono, I don't know where he. Well,
Yeah, I have no clue where the heck he
yeah.
is.
But Billy Rivers came out. He low blowed Thomas Kennedy after his contest. Um, anything you gotta say about that? Like, just in general?
I'm just interested in what Thomas Kennedy has to say.
So here we go. We got 5 matches to talk about. We're gonna give our predictions for these contests going forward, guys. So if you hear anything from one of us about this and you disagree with us, leave it in the comment section that you disagree with our predictions for this contest here. But we'll just go here and we'll go by order of matches. As match 1, we'll have Slyko taking on Jeff K. By the way, this is going to be a one-on-one contest. The high flyer of Slyko taking on the more powerhouse of Jeff K. By the way, Jake, who are you taking?
I have Jeff K winning this match.
I do too. Slyko has been on a downward projection in AW as of late for last season as well as this season. He hasn't been getting the best wins going here in the streak in AW. And I think it's been affecting Slyko's confidence. But if Slyko can get a win against Jeff, it'd be monstrous for Slyko. So hopefully for his sake, he can get the win. But I have to take Jeff over Slyko. Match 2, we have the real McCoy versus someone that's been actually getting a few wins under his belt in AW this season. Matt Thigpen.
Yes, and this is also going to be a very, very good match. McCoy is always very, very fun to have on AWW, and Matt Thigpen's starting to pick up momentum. So, and even beat Thomas Kennedy a few weeks back. So you have to think if he can beat Thomas Kennedy, can he beat McCoy as well?
Who are you taking, McCoy or Matt Thigpen?
I have McCoy on this.
Why are you taking McCoy?
Because I think McCoy always has that edge over anyone, that slight edge over everybody in AWW.
You know, I took like the dark horse to beat Matt Thigpen the last time like we had a contest with Thigpen. I took like the opponent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Thigpen this time. I think he's been actually showing out lately, and I think he's showing that he maybe belongs in the Twitch title scene sooner rather than later. I think Thigpen beats McCoy.
Yep.
But that's just my opinion, not anyone else's. Up next, we have the Iron Ace versus KX. I'm taking Ace.
I say, you do even need to ask. I'm taking the Iron Ace.
KX hasn't been a good wrestler at all in AWW recently since he lost at Siege of North last year. He's been on downward projection, and now there's some person pretending to be fucking KX in other shows apparently too.
Oh.
It's probably affecting his mental state that he has an imposter out there on lesser shows in AWW, but that's beside the point. We have the Savages, Joe Smo and Big Tito versus the NBO's Berserker and Closer. This is a contest I'm actually kind of curious to see who you're going to take, Jake.
I'll be honest, this match is going to be weird because you have powerhouses in Joe Schmo and Big Tito against two former Twitch champions. But as much as their talent, skill, and everything that the NBO has to offer, I don't think they can beat the Savages.
The Savages are former AW Tag Team Champions as well, too.
As well. Yes, they are.
I am going to take... I think I'm going to take the Savages to beat the NBO. But I think it's a very close contest between the two teams. I don't think it's going to be like a easy match to predict, and I think it's going to either go both ways, and it's going to be a very entertaining match on AWW this Friday coming up.
Yes, it will.
In our main event, it'll be a Elimination Chamber qualifier match as Lost in Tokyo, the former AWW Women's Champion, takes on Yuka Sakamura.
That's going to be very entertaining because both Tokyo and Yuka Sakamura are very entertaining to watch and very talented wrestlers.
So the question here, Jake, is: are you going to take the experience edge, or are you going to take the new woman on the block to win this contest to advance into the Women's Championship? I'm
going to take Tokyo for this one.
I was gonna take Tokyo as well, just because of the factor. She's
Yeah.
been here before. She's won a women's champion in AWW history. She's the third ever women's champion who lost to a Kane to become. A Kane's the fourth ever women's champion. If you guys
Yeah.
don't know about that, but you know, just Tokyo's a different specimen, and if Yuka beats Tokyo, she's gonna show that she might belong in the women's division, and she might belong to be the next women's champion. If she can beat Tokyo tonight. It's the same way that we have with Batch against Emily Rinkins, because we all know Batch. She might not be a former women's champion or has won the championship yet, but we all know that she is a dominant competitor in AWW, and if Rinkins beat the Batch, it shows that Rinkins is ready for a women's championship match. This is the same way here if Yuka can beat Tokyo to cash her ticket into the chamber.
Yes, it is.
Any final words on this show coming up on Sacramento before we actually head out for the evening, Jake?
Honestly, no. I'm just excited to see what happens on the show, and I wonder what else might even be happening. Like maybe with like Brett and Brett and Ace and stuff like that.
Well, we'll see. Ace has competed tonight, beat
Yep.
Turbs tonight. Congratulations to Ace over Turbs. We'll see Ace against KX. If Ace loses to KX, I'll be fucking surprised. Like
If Ace loses to
KX,
KX is just like I don't. I think Ace was taking it off tonight. Then
I mean, if Ace loses to KX, there's someone that played a factor in it. Maybe Turbs is still
yes, it
upset he
is
lost that Powersurge, so he cost Ace the match on fucking AWW this Friday. I
Friday.
don't
Yeah.
know. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Uh, have a good night. I'll see you guys live on Friday on twitch.tv/TheAvatarWolf. If you enjoy what you see on the channel, hit that like button right there. It's a thumbs up button right there. Show that you support the channel. As well as hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And if you even like me even more than that, go on to twitch.tv, like I said, watch AWW on Friday, and hit the follow button and subscribe button as well there. Agree, Jake?
Yes, I do. And even if you miss the show live, you can watch the VOD afterwards.
Yeah, the VODs are always up there for a week and then they get taken down. We want to, like, if anyone wants to watch the weekly schedule program, just, be around for the week. Yeah, if you guys want to see more content on the YouTube, just let me know, because we can do some even more content. We'll figure out something that we can put for AWW on the YouTube channel here. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I am out. Peace.